Since the Akpabio versus Natasha case started, a lot of people have waded into the situation. A lot of people have given one advice or the other. They have thrown in their 2 cents. One of such people is Bukola Saraki, the former Senate president. He was formerly in this same position that Akpabio is in currently. He was the Senate president of the Ninth Assembly. Now he's telling Senator Akpabio how to handle this situation. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please do well to subscribe, like this video. Also, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. That way, YouTube is able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Following reports and after the uproar in Senate, in which Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing Kogi Central, accuses the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, of sexual harassment, former Senate President Dr. Bukola Saraki has offered tips to Akpabio on what to do and how to manage the situation. Saraki's admonitions, titled Akpabio Natasha, Let's Protect the Institution, Not Individuals, obtained from his Facebook walls, are reproduced below unedited. I have watched from afar the recent developments in the Senate between the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the Senator from Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It is a development that has made me sad because of its overall negative effect on the integrity, sanctity, image, and public perception of the institution. I believe that every person who has had anything to do with the National Assembly, particularly as a leader, member, and worker, should always jealously protect these values, which makes the institution the numero uno among the three arms of government. It is for these reasons that I believe that the two parties in this dispute and their supporters in and out of the chamber should be mindful of the impact of their actions, inactions, reactions, claims, and counterclaims to be sure that nothing is done to rubbish the institution. The Constitution, laws of the country, rules of the Senate, as well as parliamentary conventions and practices should be adhered to in resolving the issue, and the resolution should be done transparently without being seen to be protective of any of the parties. Rather, the objectives should be to unfold the truth and to protect the lawmaking institution against the wrong perception of involvement in or tolerance of law breaking. At this point, with the public claims made by the senator, the right measure to take is to institute an open, transparent, and honest investigation by the Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions. Both parties must submit to the investigation, fully cooperate with the committee, and stake their claims before it. This is not the first time a Senate president would appear before the committee to aid it in the conduct of a transparent and open investigation. I remember during the 8th Senate, when the senator claimed that I imported an official car for my use as Senate president and that customs duty was not paid on the vehicle. Since I knew the claim was false, the matter was referred to the Ethics Committee and I appeared before the committee to testify. In the full glare of the media, from my testimony, it was clear the senator who made the allegation got his facts wrong and was only being mischievous. Also on the day the committee submitted its report for debate on the floor, I stepped down and allowed my deputy to preside. The transparent manner in which the investigation and the debate on the report were handled assured everyone that there was no case. This is a precedent that the leadership of the 10th Senate should follow. In my case, the decision to allow an open investigation and subjecting myself to it was not an easy one. It was humbling, but I realized that was the best decision, and in the end, I am happy I traveled that route. We should not allow the Senate to be cast in the shroud of an institution encouraging sexual harassment, gender bias, abuse of office, flagrant disregard for standing orders and rules, and lack of orderliness. This is what a transparent, open, and unbiased investigation should achieve. The due process should be followed in this case, such that where anybody is found to have committed any wrong, the wrong should be pointed out and corrected. Also, the right remedy should be made. Let me make it clear without any ambiguity that I am neither stating that Akpabio is guilty of anything, nor am I expressing the opinion that Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan is right in her actions and claims. My position is that an investigation is needed to find out the truth and protect the integrity of the Senate. For me, the institution of the Senate is so important, sacred, and preeminent. All lovers of democracy should always work to strengthen it. No leader or member should be allowed to openly or surreptitiously work to subvert its sanctity. Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki, CON, former Senate President and Waziri of Ilorin. What are your thoughts on this? What do you have to say about what Bukola Saraki said? I fully support what Bukola Saraki recommended because I feel that is the only way. That is the only way that all of this could be resolved, because this cannot just be swept under the carpet or under the rug. No, it cannot work that way. This time around, I think that, this same matter should be referred to the ethics committee. The disorderliness of Natasha Akpoti at the floor of the Senate was immediately recommended to the ethics committee. So this as well should be recommended to the ethics committee. If Akpabio is not ready to do it, the lawmakers should force his hand to do it. He should step down pending the time that these investigation will be ongoing. He should face the ethics committee. Natasha should come with her proof. She should come with all the proofs that she has, and then Akpabio as well should submit himself to the committee and let the matter be trashed out in the full glare of the media and the public. Everybody should follow the proceedings, follow everything that happens there. Before we go, guys, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Pastor David Livingstone says, one thing I continue to say is that as long as the world system allows women to left above their office made by God to level of ruling among men, then we should expect more disaster. Who is this person? God do. This person is just trying to say in essence that their world system, that the ordained occupation or the ordained office from God for women, as long as which is the kitchen, Abi, because that oh my Lord, there are some men that will talk and you feel like knocking their head, Abi, eating their head with batting, so that the brain can reset. I don't understand. So women should not be allowed to rule amongst men. It will cause disaster. Christianity and World Initiative has opened door for women against God order for women. So what's God order for women? See, this is why if I say Christianity sometime and religion, it make person run mad. Because I don't understand where this comment is coming from. Which faculty of the brain, which aspect of the brain actually processed this information that this person has written here. One woman can destroy what 1 million men plan. For peace to reign on earth, women must keep in their godly office as home keepers. So the godly office of women is home keepers. Have you forgotten what your great-grandfather, what they were doing in those days? They go to farm. So you yourself speaking, your God-given role as a man is to go to the farm early in the morning, cultivate the land, and bring back food. Bring food home to your family. Why are you a pastor? If you are following the God-ordained profession for you. God-ordained profession for you is not to be a pastor if you want to follow that route. Why? Oh my God, what's this senseless talk here? Walai. It's so annoying. But anyway, let's just leave that. Let's go to another comment from Choke. Says, all those women bearing Natasha are causing confusion and disharmony everywhere. This particular one has brought disruption and distraction in the Senate and gradually worked her way to the family of Akpabio. Another Natasha in Edo State causing wahala in the family of Two-Face and his wife. Both are legislators. The name Natasha, Akpabio, be watchful. Alima Mikhail says, to protect the integrity of the Senate chamber, your advice should be adhered to. But the question is, will the Senate president submit to it? Isn't he guilty of all the allegations? The fact is, I feel if he knows he's guilty very well, he would not want to do it. That is just it. Bukola Saraki was able to do it then because he knows that he has no skeleton in his cupboard and he wasn't guilty of the allegation. But this time around, can Akpabio publicly say that he is not guilty of this allegation? Because he hasn't even really given a statement. It's just the wife speaking for him. The wife, I know where she's coming from. She's just trying to secure the bag and, secure the family, make sure the family is good. But Akpabio, with time, you would want to hear from me. We want to hear from you. In fact, not would. You would just have to talk in the long run. You all, let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.